Brian Sexton, joined today by Jennifer Shatzer. Hi, Jen. How are you?
I'm good, Brian.
I can call you
How
Jen.
are you? Absolutely.
Okay.
Please do.
Right. Manic Social. Why manic?
Because I'm a little manic.
Really?
I
guess we all are in our own way.
run in a really high frequency.
Okay. Well, that fits me
I
perfectly.
I did that great.
God bless you. You are in marketing.
I am in marketing. I run at a really high frequency.
Okay.
Back in 20 years ago when Book of Face came out,
Yeah.
I dived in pretty early
Okay.
and kind of learned how to do that for a construction company that I co-owned at the time and really ran with that. I started building websites in 1997. I'm kind of that creative techie.
That was back when you were
behind the
actually
scenes.
like physical parts
Right,
to do it.
absolutely. We were using Legos back in
Yeah.
those days. So I was driven. The funny thing is, everything I learned about the drive to do that, I was the ads editor for Mandarin High School yearbook, and it's just kind of run the course of my lifetime.
It's who you are.
It is. It's who I am. So I love design. I love copy. I love words. I love all those things. So that's really where I've spent my time. Personal things have challenged me, and I've had to overcome a bunch of those things.
I'm going to ask you about those.
I know you are, and that's why I'm here.
Good. You're buckled up and ready for it.
So Manic Social was born. It was started as Manic Social Media Solutions, which was too much to say and really too long for a domain.
Yeah.
So it took about a year, and I narrowed it down. I was up in Western North Carolina. I had interns coming from Western Carolina University and just kind of knuckled through it and figured it out, this new industry. What people don't know about me is my degree's in theology. So marketing was just a natural bent, but it wasn't necessarily what I went to school for.
What were you going to do with a theology degree? Total sidebar
Absolutely
here.
nothing. But all of my friends were going for psychology and sociology and all these things. And I decided that I wanted to, the coolest thing about a theology degree is the more you learn, the less you know.
You are good at this. Listen, that is a great line. You've given me like 3 one-liners here, and we've been on the air for like 2 minutes.
They're called Genisms. Sorry, we have a whole book of them. Yeah,
okay.
It's kind of how I work. That's how my brain works, is in those.
So is that what you do best, branding?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's really what I do. I'm all into colors, and people will find me wandering through IKEA at a town center.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at color combinations. I'm looking at patterns. I'm looking at all those things to see what is on trend. When we do a website, we really want you to stand out. We don't want you to look like everybody else. So what people really come to me are those color combinations, font combinations, typography. I like to make them pretty, but they have to be functional, because you can buy something pretty and it doesn't do anything.
How long does it take you to put a website together? I mean, just the thought process.
The branding behind it all the way through, you're probably talking 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay.
But I have an amazing team of developers sitting behind me. I'm not the one clicking the mouse anymore. I'm thankful to be out of that position. Now I do brand boards, and I make it all pretty, and I send it over, and that kind of thing. I spend most of my time now speaking, talking, shaking hands, kissing babies, getting out in front of people.
Are you thinking of running for office?
No.
Okay.
Should I?
Yeah. Yeah, you're good. You're really good. You've got this whole persona thing going.
This is
Genisms.
I do, and I'm building that brand. I mean, my goal is,
How long have you been building Manic Social?
Manic Social really came to fruition in 2014, so we've been 10 years in.
Okay. Do you specialize in an area particularly? I mean, is there an industry that you do best?
I love home services.
Okay.
Those are my favorite. I came out of construction.
Okay.
My parents were in the construction industry here in Jacksonville. One of my first jobs was at Batson Cook on Phillips Highway.
No kidding.
And it's filled in a lot of my life. And so coming from owning this construction company, personal life's changing, figuring out how to be a big girl and do things on my own, post-marriage, kids, coming up and being almost out of the house. And I just kind of took those same principles and said, I can run subcontractors, projects all the same way I've been running these construction jobs.
Right.
But I get to do my thing. And I married them together. And that's really how Manic Social was born. I was doing it for everybody, just as Jennifer Shatzer.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, will you please
help me?
Make it a business so we can pay you, because you're really, really good at what you do.
Everybody that you know needs what you're selling.
Right.
Right. Now, in a famous Peanuts cartoon, that's Lucy, who says it's a kick in the butt.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
But that's kind of what every business needs in this new era, because it changes so fast. I mean,
all the time.
How do you stay up with it?
I have a really great team of 20-somethings who
That's
read
the key,
through all the things and send me the things that I need to know. So our biggest play in the last year is getting everybody ready for answer engine optimization. We're really spending a lot of time in the AI. We're really spending a lot of time focusing on how to bring that and how to bring it to clients in a way that works. That's really my heart. Is I've always been tech forward. I have 3 amazing children, but my oldest is very tech forward as well. And he will call and say, Mom, you need to read this, or Mom, you need to see this, or Mom, you need to check this out. And it's not that I'm not in it, but
Right.
I have a lot of great people around me.
Okay.
Trying to do it all by yourself tried to kill me. So surrounding myself with people who love the things I love, do the things I do. A lot of times in agencies, we all hold our cards really close to our chest. We're afraid of the poaching. We're afraid of all that.
Right.
I don't have to do that.
Yeah.
I just want to give you the best thing I can.
So if I'm hearing you right, people's manic business lives, when they come to you, Manic Social, become less manic.
Right.
Because you create solutions for them.
Our tagline is we deal in excuses. Deal in solutions, not in excuses.
That's outstanding.
That's how I feel.
That's another Genism.
It is another Genism.
Okay.
There's a lot of them, Brian.
There are, and I'm gonna try to get a couple of them from
Okay,
you real
good.
quick here at the end, because these are my questions.
Okay.
Everyone has a defining moment in life.
I do.
Something that turns you to who you're going to be. What was yours?
Last June, I had a moment. I fell out of bed, which I would also say that God grabbed me out of bed and threw me down.
Yeah.
He broke my arm, so I'm still dealing with that. And
That's quite a scar.
I have palsy, radial nerve palsy in my hand, so I'm building Manic Social literally with one hand.
Wow.
I was out of work for close to 6 months, sitting on my couch, dealing with my own heart issues, dealing with the healing inside as I was healing on the outside. It made me softer. It made me less aggressive. It made me less striving and more believing in sitting and taking the position that I needed to be in instead of being the control freak sitting behind the computer, crabby and just trying to get through it. And so it's given me this new vision.
So you had to surrender a little bit, which is not something
Not
you do
even
well.
a little bit. I mean, all of it.
Yeah.
All of it. It was a defining. During the Exodus process, there's the road where you go from slavery into the promised land, and that road is where I've walked for the last year. Okay. And so I'm walking into the promised land. Yeah. That's where I live right now.
Your eyes are bright. It tells me. Yeah, you know exactly.
I'm
where
awake
you're headed.
again. Yeah.
That sounds like the obstacle in life. Was that the biggest obstacle that you overcame?
No, there's divorces, things with my kids, things that really over the years kind of beat my hard heart or created a hard heart, and God was trying to open it, beating it against a rock, and
put you to the point that He pulled you out of bed.
I wouldn't listen. Yeah. And so I really tell
None of
people,
us ever do.
I feel like He grabbed me out of bed and threw me on the ground and said, now you get to do it with one arm and a soft heart. And so I'm thankful and I'm grateful.
He put a pair of pliers through my windshield at 85 miles an hour.
Yes.
That's how He gets your attention.
Yes.
He pulls you out of bed. He sends something through your windshield.
Yes.
So give me the tip. People who are watching this, who are trying to discover, what their purpose is and where they're headed. What's a tip? Something that you can give them.
Get out of your head.
Okay.
Spend time with people who are smarter than you.
Yeah.
Who are braver than you.
Yeah.
Who are more successful than you.
Yeah.
Who have done some of the things you want to do. Walk in confident. Shake their hands. Meet them eye to eye. Take your space.
Okay. Phenomenal.
That would be what I would say.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, Brian. This has been so much fun.
We're going to have another conversation, I promise you, because you have a lot to say. And I need more Genisms.
Let's go.
My wife's name is Jennifer. When she hears Genism, she's going to go, I got a list of them for you, too.
My favorite one that I've ever come up with, and I gave it to my son when he was 18 and leaving home. Yeah. Go, be, do.
Go, be, do. And that's our charge for you. Go, be, and do. Absolutely. Today. Thanks for joining us on Finding the Good.